Allied demon slain. Enemy revenant spawned.
Doom on the Switch is probably one of my most anticipated games at the moment, just because last year I played in the PS4 beta and I had a blast playing in that multiplayer beta. You are actually watching PS4 multiplayer gameplay from the Doom beta last year. If you want to watch footage of the Switch version, then I have made a separate video including direct feed docked Switch footage, and if you click in the card on the top right, it should be scrolling around about now, then it will take you to that video and that will include Switch footage. But what I will be doing in this video is including PS4 multiplayer gameplay. Of course, when I do get the game myself, then I will be uploading a lot of Switch footage. But I do have a video showing off Doom running on the Switch. Make sure you are clicking on that card in the top right if you do want to watch Switch footage and not PS4 footage. So what I thought we'll do in this video is round up everything that we know of in terms of the Switch port of Doom. I will be covering modes, graphics and release date, and that is the perfect place to start. When is Doom coming out for the Switch? Well, it is coming out on the 10th of November, which is a lot earlier than what I expected, just because we had a rumour of quite a while ago now saying that the game would come out in December. And I thought, yeah, that seems right, just because you've got Skyrim coming out on the 17th of November. But the fact that Doom is actually coming out before Skyrim, and the fact that we knew about Skyrim before Doom, it's like Skyrim was one of the first games that we saw running on the Switch. It's like back in October last year when the Switch got revealed by Nintendo, one of the first games that we saw was Skyrim. So the fact that Doom is actually coming out before Skyrim is just flipping incredible to me. And yeah, I think a lot of people are going to have a few dilemmas knocking about, just because that same week we've got Doom coming out on the 10th, you got LA Noire coming out on the 14th, and then you got Skyrim coming out on the 17th. So that is a flipping busy week, and I will be picking up LA Noire and I will be picking up Doom. I will pick up Skyrim at a later date, just because I don't have the time to play everything and I don't have the funds to be able to, you know, buy everything as well. So yeah, Doom is coming out on the 10th of November. Who is actually developing the Switch port of Doom? Well, ID Software, as I like to call them, they're actually called id Software. They handled the PS4, Xbox One and PC versions, I do believe. I think there was a PC version of Doom, yes there was, and I do believe id Software handled the PC version as well. Well, actually, with the Switch version, it is actually Panic Button, who do have a history of developing games on Nintendo hardware, and they are actually handling the port of Rocket League for the Switch as well. So Panic Button will be handling the port of Doom on the Switch. In terms of graphics for the Switch port of Doom, it is a custom built version of Doom running on the Switch. It is 720p, 30 FPS, docked and undocked. I'm sure some people are a little bit disappointed that it is only 720p when you are taking into account that the game is downgraded to 30 frames per second. I'm a little bit disappointed about that myself, but you just got to think about the fact that this is a 2016 game running on a flipping tablet. So the fact that the game can actually run on the Switch, I think that is just flipping incredible. And like what I said in a previous video, I think to get current gen versions you will have to, you know, deal with the sacrifices. But with the Switch you can take Doom anywhere now. It's like before you couldn't play Doom anywhere, but now with the Switch you can play Doom on the plane, train, car, journey, pretty much anywhere. You can play it on the toilet if you want to. So that's what the Switch version offers. It offers you the flexibility to play this game anywhere you want to. So let's just talk about the modes for Doom on the Switch. It will be including the single player, arcade mode and multiplayer. But if you are buying the physical version of Doom, then you will need to download the multiplayer separately, and that will be a 9GB download. But I definitely would recommend you to download the multiplayer, just because hopefully the gameplay in the background will just show how fun it is. But yeah, the multiplayer, it is really fun. You will have a blast playing it. Unfortunately, the Switch version will not be including the snap map level editor that the other versions have. I have heard mixed feelings about that. Some people saying, oh, I wish that mode was actually included within the Switch version, but I've heard some people saying that actually, you know, I didn't really use that editor in the other versions. It's not really that much of a big loss. So yeah, it is disappointing that the mode is missing, but I haven't really heard that many great things about that level editor. It would have just been nice to have. It would have been like a nice little extra. But let's just talk about the fact that Doom on the Switch will be including all updates and DLC that the other versions got as well, which is nice from Bethesda. I'm sure if this was like Call of Duty from Activision or a game from EA, they wouldn't include like all of the DLC. So like if Titanfall 2 would be coming to the Switch, I'm sure that EA wouldn't include like all DLC. It's like before with third party ports, we've pretty much had to deal with, right, we're getting the Switch version or a Nintendo version later, but it's not having all of the DLC that the other versions got. So I'm just glad that Bethesda, they went the extra mile and included all of the DLC for the Switch port. And the last thing that I need to talk about in this video, and this seems to be a sticking point with a lot of Nintendo fans. I'm seeing a lot of people disappointed by the fact that Doom on the Switch will not be having any gyro support, so like gyro aiming like what Splatoon 2 has, or any pointer controls like what we had with the Wii and Wii U with the Wii remote. So I'm seeing a lot of people saying I'm only going to pre-order this game if it gets gyro support. So unfortunately this game will not be having gyro support. That doesn't really bother me that much, just because I did play the game on the PS4 and that didn't have any gyro support. So you know, I still had fun playing the game even though it didn't have any gyro support. So yeah, it would have been nice to have, and I definitely would love to see shooters on the Switch taking advantage of unique features like HD Rumble. I think that has been confirmed that the Switch port doesn't have HD Rumble, but I could be wrong on that. I've just done some extra research and it has been confirmed that Doom on the Switch will have HD Rumble. So yeah, I definitely would love to see shooters on the Switch taking advantage of unique features like gyro aiming, HD Rumble. But to be honest with you, I'm just glad to actually get Doom on the platform. And yeah, I will be picking this game up day one. I will be doing quite a lot of coverage for this game. So yeah, that pretty much covers everything that we know of in terms of Doom on the Switch. Let me know in the comment section below whether you will be picking up this game on the Switch, or maybe you have already picked up the game on the PC, PS4, and maybe the sacrifices that you will have to make in terms of the resolution and frame rate. Maybe that is too much of a sacrifice for you to double dip, or maybe the fact that you can actually play Doom anywhere. Maybe that flexibility, maybe that is a reason for you to double dip. Or maybe you are like myself, maybe you didn't pick up this game when it first came out on the PS4. I just didn't have the time to play this game when it first came out, and I was pretty much saving my money for the Switch, so that is why I didn't pick up Doom in 2016. I definitely will be picking this game up when the game does come out on the 10th of November, just because I had a blast playing the beta, and I will be downloading the single player demo for the PS4 as well, just to get myself you know, in tune with the single player as well for Doom. So yeah, that's just pretty much it for this video. Like what I said, let me know whether you will be picking this game up for the Switch in the comment section below. But that is it for this video. One thing I forgot to mention is the price. The price is full price. It is a full price game, so it will be $60, £45. I'm sure some people say, but the PS4 version is £20 at this moment in time. But when the game did come out, it was £45 on the PS4, and that's what you got to take into account. Ports will always be full price when they come out, like on a new platform, even though it is less on the other platforms. You just got to remember that when those games did come out originally, they were full price games, and that's just the case with all ports. It's like Rise of the Tomb Raider, that first came out on the Xbox One, and then a year later it came out on the PS4, and that was a full price game. It's just how it is in terms of ports, but I'm not letting price, dictate my decision to buy the game or not. I feel like this is worth me, paying £45, so that is what I will be doing. I think I will be getting value for money, so just thought I would mention that. But that is it for this video, and I will see you next time.